take a stroll around Hanamisaka, if I'm pronouncing that right. So we're gonna be doing Miko's quest today. Judging through her demo, I'm guessing it has something to do with like writing books or something. Hopefully we don't have to write a whole ass book ourselves, and maybe we might get to see something out of Miko if she writes. I don't know if she writes, but yeah, let's go check it out.
We haven't been to the Yai Publishing House in a while. Paimon wonders if they have any new books in. The one we read with A that time was pretty cool.
Come on, this is a no-brainer, man. There's only one thing worth wishing for, and that is a ton of Mora.
But the exam's next week. If I fail again, I'm seriously done for. I'm better off wishing that my exam goes smoothly.
What are they arguing about? It's quite a spirited debate.
Looks like you guys really aren't in the loop. This,
Nope.
my friends, is the next big thing. A highly effective wish ritual guaranteed to make your wishes come true.
I've heard a lot about wishing rituals.
A wish ritual? That actually works?
I feel like this is breaking the fourth wall somehow. This does not sound credible.
Right? Even Paimon knows that's just not how the world works.
You heard that? Wish ritual tubers or something? I don't know.
Whether you believe it or not, it's not exactly a difficult ritual. It can't hurt to give it a try, right?
Sure, hit me.
If you're still feeling skeptical, just ask around. There are a lot of very compelling stories going around these days.
Well, if it really is true, then just think of all the Mora Paimon could... Oh, and you'd finally be reunited with your twin too. Let's go! On closer inspection, it seems like there really are a lot of people talking about this kind of stuff. Hey, see those two? Paimon remembers them from the Yai Publishing House. One's an editor and the other's an author.
Grasp the thought in mind.
Oh,
Clear
damn.
Clear like the light of the moon. As close as kin with you. No, thou. Wait, thee? Hear my summons, right?
You're pulling for Miko?
Look at you now, trying dubious methods from any old light novel.
Wait. What? This wishing ritual comes from a light novel?
Bruh.
Yep, it's from the one called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
Is it published by the Yai Publishing House?
No, it's most likely a self-published title.
Oh.
It just appeared out of nowhere and took Inazuma by storm.
Look, Junkichi, yes, everyone's saying it's real, it works, but that's only half the story. I've also heard lots of people saying that everyone who's had their wish granted using this method starts behaving strangely.
This is starting to sound a little suspicious. Why don't we go to the Grand Narukami Shrine and ask Yai Miko about it? She's the expert when it comes to both light novels and the supernatural. Miko! Great, you're here!
Well, hello there, young ones. What brings you to the shrine?
You.
It just so happens that I have a wonderful novel here. I highly recommend it.
We'd like your expert input on something.
Oh? Well, what did you want to ask?
Well, we were just... actually, you look kind of busy. Is this a bad time?
No, not at all. It's nothing major.
Lady Guji, what do you mean, nothing major? I'm begging you, you've got to help me save my brother.
Okay, this isn't about you. We're here now.
It really is nothing major. I stand by that. Oh, but since you're so curious, let's have him relate the story one more time, just for you.
Here's what happened. My name is Kato Yohei, and my brother is Kato Shingo. All he's ever wanted is to become a swordmaster, so he once asked Sensei Domon of the Meikyo Shisui art to take him on as a disciple. Domon turned him away, took one look at him and said he didn't have what it takes to train in the art of the sword. But my brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained every day as hard as he could, and finally proved himself by defeating one of Domon's best disciples in a duel recently. But since his victory, he's been acting extremely strange. It's like he's become a completely different person. The doctors can't find anything wrong with him, so I'm betting it must be the work of an evil spirit. That's why I'm here, begging for Guji Yai's help.
If it were me, I'd just leave him be for a couple of days. He'll recover on his own soon enough.
No, Lady Guji. If you saw him for yourself, you'd know. I guarantee you he's not acting like someone who feels empty and lost.
Oh, all right, all right. Then tell me, when did your brother spar with Domon's disciple?
About 5 days ago.
5 days ago, you say?
Our greatest wish is to one day found our own school, just like Domon. We can't jeopardize that dream now.
Wait a minute, now I'm a little confused. Are you here to save your brother, or are you here to make your dreams of founding a martial arts school come true?
Well, they're kinda two sides of the same coin, aren't they?
Doesn't sound like it. Sounds like you just want to use your brother.
Whatever. Let me ask you this. Have you heard of any interesting new rumors lately? If so, I'd love to hear about them.
What? Rumors? I haven't heard anything.
You know something, don't you?
Oh dear. Well, that's too bad.
Lady Guji, please stop changing the subject. This is someone's life we're talking about here. Please, you've gotta help me.
Kato, whatever your name was, these two guests are trusted acquaintances of mine, and in fact, they are experts in resolving all manner of strange and supernatural phenomena. Exorcisms and that sort of thing are all in a day's work for them.
Yeah! Wait a sec!
Really?
Is that hesitation that I detect in your voice? So let me get this straight. You come begging to me for help, I actually recommend someone for the job, then suddenly you start doubting me?
You seem like a very hard person to talk to. I'm glad we're on her good side.
Not at all, never. Whatever Lady Guji says, I trust wholeheartedly. Thank you two for your willingness to help. Please follow me.
All right, let's go. Don't worry now, I'll be coming along too.
Okay, let's follow Yohei and go visit his brother.
How strange. My brother's been meditating here pretty much constantly over the past few days, but now he's gone.
Kato, whatever your name was, given the circumstances, why don't you start by going to find your brother and also picking up a handful of salt on your way? We'll need to use it during the exorcism.
Okay. Okay, got it. I'm on it.
Miko, what about us? Shouldn't we help look for his brother too?
No need. While What's-His-Face is handling that, we'll take a walk around and ask people what they know about the two brothers.
Jesus.
Maybe we'll find out some amusing details.
I don't think there's a single word in the English language that describes how little of a yeah, Miko gives a shit about that guy.
So this is Yohei's brother. Whoa, he's meditating while sitting in a waterfall. That's pretty wild.
He thinks he's the protagonist.
Hey, listen! He's talking to himself.
That's quite some speech.
Woo! How's that? Can you feel it?
Naku weed is something more than Naku weed, right?
Can you feel the feeling of manliness? Please, spare me. Spare me. I can't feel the manliness. I can't even feel the cold anymore.
Did you hear that? All the nonsense aside, he's going for help.
Huh? Who goes there?
Me, bitch.
He stood up, and now he's coming this way.
Oh, poor thing. Yohei, your brother's life is hanging in the balance, and he's using his final breaths to call on you for help. Whatever shall we do?
Why do you keep jerking him around like this?
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
You don't know. But surely you should have more insight than anyone else into how your brother came to be this way? Your brother is your closest relative. You must have noticed straight away when he started acting out of character. It's futile trying to escape. Anywhere in the world you run to, it will be right behind your back. After all, you did summon it together.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Ah! All right, I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. My brother and I used a wishing incantation. We made a wish.
From a first-hand guide to summoning spirits?
Yes, that's it. The one that's all the rage right now. You just have to recite an incantation at midnight and your wish will be granted. Just like the book described, we drew the magic symbol, stepped inside it barefoot at midnight, said the incantation, and lo and behold, spheres of light appeared all around us.
I only know one type of symbol you can draw. And I'm pretty sure you do too. What the fuck did you guys got yourselves into?
After my brother wished to become a swordmaster, it really worked. Out of nowhere, he suddenly had these amazing sword skills. But his whole personality changed too.
Why didn't you seek help right away, dumbass?
Because I was worried that if he goes back to normal, he'll lose his skills with the sword.
My, look at you with your ingenious schemes.
Okay, now I understand why Miko does not give a single fuck about this guy.
All right then. Your turn now, my little friend. Toss the salt and then draw your sword.
That worked? What the fuck? He slumped. Oh, hello there.
It's the spirit!
See that? That's what you summoned. And look, now that Shingo's no use, it's coming straight for you.
Save me! Save me!
Miko! He fainted! What do we do now?
You'll be alright.
We do nothing. But you, little one, just a quick fight and this will all be over.
Come on. Fight me!
He's coming! Be careful!
That was great! Excellent!
Okay. You're enjoying this a little bit too much.
I haven't felt this great in a long, long time.
Get the fuck away from me.
He disappeared! But he looked pretty content at the end there.
What am I doing here? Yohei? Yohei, is that you?
Shingo, are you alright?
Yohei, I had the weirdest dream.
At this point, I would normally lecture you on the dire consequences of using occult methods to obtain power that does not belong to you. But I think you get the picture now, don't you?
Yes, we understand now. We won't do it ever again.
You better not.
Thank you, Lady Guji. Thank you, exorcists.
We're not exorcists.
We'll be on our way then. Come on, Shingo.
Miko, would they really have lost their lives if we hadn't gotten involved? And if so, why the heck were you so reluctant to help out?
Oh, they would have been fine.
What?
I had to scare them a little, though. Otherwise, I hardly think these two lazy rascals would have learned their lesson. Although it possessed Shingo, it didn't have any ill intentions. As a matter of fact, it actually seemed like it was trying to train Shingo to become bolder. All right, seems like we've wrapped up everything here. Come on, off we go.
Hold on, Miko. You say everything's wrapped up, but are you sure about that?
Hmm? You mean you disagree?
The incantation they used.
Oh, you mean that they got the incantation from that book. Yes, I know the one.
Actually, that book's the whole reason we came looking for you at the shrine today. Incantations seem really popular right now.
Even then, humans only have so much strength. Even if they do successfully summon a spirit with the incantation, it won't stay with them for very long. I really wouldn't fret about it.
But who wrote this book? And why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk here?
Lady
Another
Yai,
one.
I finally found you.
Kuroda, what are you doing here?
I'm here to report on Yai Publishing House's sales for the last month. All the numbers are here. Please take a look.
Let me see. What? We're losing market share? Both of you, back back here now.
Oh shit. Okay.
What is it? You have a really scary look on your face right now.
That even scared me. Yes, ma'am.
Things just got serious. A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is an all-round hit, summarily beating the novels of the Yai Publishing House by every analysis.
God damn. If she ever talks to me like that, the first words out of my mouth is gonna be yes, ma'am, no matter what it is. Define serious.
Just what is that supposed to mean? I worked extremely hard to promote our latest featured work, and now a rival book comes out of nowhere and steals our thunder. If this isn't the very definition of intolerable, I don't know what is. I have to come up with a counterplan, and you are going to help me.
Yes, ma'am.
How is this our problem all of a sudden?
Paimon, please. Who wrote this book and why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk here? Come on. We're going to war. I'm going to head back and make some preparations. Meet me outside the Yai Publishing House.
Okay, this might be a point of no return for us, so before she sends us off, I want to try something. Fuck, I can't find anything. Fuck it, this is the closest thing I can find to some weird symbol. Okay, so stand in the middle of the circle, right? Being barefoot isn't an option, but since she's clipping through the floor, I guess that counts. And make it to midnight, right? Okay, now we're gonna see if this works. Okay. Please give me Miko's weapon. Please give me Miko's. Please give me Miko's weapon right here. Ah, that book is a scam. Oh, maybe it wasn't. What the?
Alright, Miko, we're here. So what's your plan of action to deal with this rival book?
Why don't you take a guess?
Oh, Paimon knows! Combine the reputation of the Yai Publishing House with the status of Guji Yai and tell everyone that the incantations in that book are dangerous!
Oh, wow. Your first guess and you got it absolutely wrong.
I felt it coming, but holy sh! Like I said, you're a very hard person to talk to. How you made her feel bad?
So what we're going to do is create Inazuma's newest hit novel. I'll be at Uyu Restaurant. Find me there when you're done. I will assemble a team, and we can work while we eat.
The key to a successful light novel is having good illustrations. When to use illustrations, what they should contain, and which artist you should commission for them. These are all key things to bear in mind.
Do comic books exist in this world? Wait, this is Inazuma, a manga. I mean, please don't kill me. I feel like if this dude cannot create a manga, he will set it like a new bar.
Good illustrations can make up for bad writing. But on the flip side, a bad illustration can ruin your novel, even if you have the best story in the world.
Hey Miko, let's make a manga.
There you are. Let me introduce the team. You've already met Junkichi and Shigeru. Satomi is Yai Publishing House's ace in the hole. Her specialty is that she can write all kinds of completely different stories and all under different pen names. As for what those names are, well, that's a trade secret. As a traveler, there must be a great many things you know that are complete unknowns to the people of Inazuma. What is commonplace to you may be fresh and original to them.
Alright, let's start with chapter 1 then. What are you thinking?
Yes, let's slander Venti, the work-shy bard.
Let's see what you got. After enrolling in the Mondstadt Academy, I found out that the young man sitting next to me in class was a total slacker. He said he was a bard, had a habit of playing his lyre in class, and always had a bottle of liquor on his person.
What type of class
His
is this?
true identity was actually the principal of the academy. What kind of fun is that?
What the that face.
Out of a maximum of 10 points, I'd give that a 9.5. It just goes to show, you have to have an interesting character sitting in the back row by the window.
Oh. Miko knows anime cliches.
Paimon just does not see the appeal.
Paimon is a shonen fan.
Are you sure you'd like to submit this entry? Let me see. The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler by Thousand Hands. Okay, then I'll sign you up. Please come back in 3 days for the results. Thank you all for your submission. I wish you the very best of luck. Ah, you've all finally made it. Good news, everyone. I just received word that your light novel is flying off the shelves. Multiple sales locations are asking when we'll be printing more copies.
Oh yeah! The whole reason why we made this light novel was to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. We sold a lot of copies, but it doesn't feel like we accomplished our goal. How do we know whether it worked?
Exactly. That's what we need to take care of next. Fortunately, I've already managed to identify the author. He's a failed light novelist named Tomoyuki.
But the spirit that wrote the book has already left him now, right? So what are we supposed to do?
Simple. It wrote a summoning incantation in the book, didn't it? So we can just use its own method to make it manifest itself. And
Bruh.
you, my little friend, are the perfect candidate for this role.
Is it too late for me to back out?
Oh, what are you talking about? The fun's just about to begin.
Okay. Oh, what the f? They have Paimon as the cover?
Miko, what is this place?
The ideal spot for a little meet and greet with a certain elusive author. This is the place where we are most likely to succeed in summoning the spirit. What are you so afraid of, honestly? We're finally about to meet the true author of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. Aren't you excited?
Not
Paimon's
quite.
heart is pounding, but Paimon's pretty sure it's not because of excitement.
Come on, in we go.
Working mirror on Genshin, what the hell?
It's getting eerier and scarier. What is this place?
The murky mirror reflects the view of Inazuma in a bygone age. Spirits stirred by the sight of the past will be easily drawn to it. You're up next, little one. Come on, sit yourself down here.
I don't want to. Surely you're not planning to
Yes.
sacrifice me, right?
The whole point of a summoning ritual is for a dead person's spirit to possess a
What?
living person's body.
Why me? Use Paimon.
You saw what happened to that Oni samurai spirit. After leaving the host's body, he was only able to maintain his form for a very short time before disappearing.
It's like he's sitting inside the painting.
What the fuck? Slumped.
I never thought the day would come when I'd be summoned using my own ritual. Getting a taste of my own medicine.
We got you! So you are the one who wrote a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. What are you trying to do, Why'd you put that summoning incantation in the book, huh? What's your game here?
You ask me what my game is here? Well, of course. It was to use this incantation as a means for all the souls of the departed yokai to make their glorious return to the world and plunge all of Inazuma into a brutal, bloody war.
What the f?
Wake up! Quick! Wake up! We gotta stop him!
It is futile. You shall never wake him again. This body now belongs to me.
Miko! Think of something! Miko! Miko!
Huh? What?
You're laughing?
Oh, Rakusai, you haven't changed a bit. You caught on so quickly.
Oh my god.
Well, you made the face enough times that I couldn't exactly miss the hint. this is what you were going for, yes? Never one to stand on the sidelines of a good spectacle, are you? Always got to dive in and fan the flames, huh? You mischievous little kitsune, you.
Urakusai? Miko, you guys know each other?
Yes, we do. Of course we do. I remember when you were just a little girl, always hanging off my shoulders. A few hundred years later, and you're all grown up.
Oh, Urakusai, how much time do you have left?
Not much. That goes for all of us, actually. We've all got to go back where we came from in the end. Miko, it's been nice catching up, but I'd better conserve my energy if I want to stick it out until then. So, I'll be on my way now.
All right. Goodbye then, Urakusai.
One last thing, Miko. I just want to know, have you been well all these years?
I've been great, of course. Every day is a happy one. And even A is finally starting to come to her senses. Quite a miracle, given how pig-headed she can be.
Okay, bro.
Oh, well, great.
Okay, bro.
That's fantastic.
Are you awake? How are you feeling?
I've been better.
So, your first possession, What was it like?
I just couldn't get in on the conversation myself.
Good. Saves me from having to explain everything again. Since you've come this far, why don't you do one last thing for me, I'll need your help with the ritual.
Okay.
Well, hello there, my little helpers. So nice of you to join me. You're right on time, too.
As if we had a choice. We just want our princess.
I felt that.
I will start the ritual preparations shortly, and at that time, I need you to do two things.
Alright.
First, tell the shrine maidens to leave the mountain. After that, I will commence the ritual, and the memories will begin to congregate. This will take some time. I need you at the foot of Mount Yogo during this part to keep an eye on nearby monster activity.
Okay, let's get going.
Yo. Get the fuck out. Oh, that looks pretty.
Wow, so many. They're everywhere. Huh?
Yes, the memories of the yokai. They haven't been able to relax and soar through the air like this for a long time. Come with me. You all right, little one? You look a little nervous.
It's just, Paimon's never seen anything like this before. Whoa, they've really blacked out the moon.
It does look a little intimidating, doesn't it? But I know them. They may be loud and brash at times, but they are good and brave souls. Even after losing their lives in a brutal war, they have never given in to grief or despair. Alas, their time is short.
Do they really have to go?
It's a feast, and all feasts come to an end. Since you're sorry to see them leave, why don't you do the recital along with me? O Hakushin, cause of this enchantment, in reverence I perform this rite.
In reverence, I perform this rite.
To be a guiding light.
Huh? Wow, so beautiful! Look! Lights are coming from Inazuma City!
Oh, that's pretty as hell.
The book says, recite the secret spells of Lady Kitsune tonight, and our wishes will come true.
Oh, Hakushin, cause of this enchantment.
I perform this rite to be a guiding light. Your unrivaled power will be honored eternally.
Murakusai, you asked if I was doing well. Really, every day is a happy day for me. But watching you all leave now, I can't help but feel a little lonely. Just a little, of course. Just as I thought, the ritual went very smoothly. Thank you both.
Miko, are you alright?
Oh, I'm great. I'm fine, seriously. Really, Fine. Well, if you're dead set on doing something for me, you can treat me to a meal. Ah, my little friends. There you are. Ah, boss, see these two faces here? Remember them. They're the ones picking up the bill later.
Oh my god.
Alrighty.
Miko, you were outrageous. Last time we were here working on the novel, all you ordered for us was the plainest kushikatsu.
Oh, so what? You did offer to treat me to a meal, didn't you? Anyway, I am something of a VIP, you know. Wouldn't you find it embarrassing to treat me anything short of lavishly?
Miko, this meal is going to be super expensive. Aren't you afraid we won't be able to afford it?
Oh, don't you worry about that. You can most definitely afford it. They're still printing your light novel by the batch, you know. You have quite the generous payment due.
What?
Fucking dickhead.
She tricked us into this. Miko was after our Mora from the very beginning.
I am so done with you.